Alright, opening up on Mongolian Heights, we've got Zuf as China in the purple. In the southwest, in the northeast, we've got HeliosEdiy as the HRE. Go in 2 on gold, 4 on food to open this up with. Switch over to a number of vills. Taking a look at the China base. The standard China thing. Building that mill, supervising the mill, getting the sheep right next to the mill. So Mongolian Heights, not my favorite map. You could say that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passageways through. So it's not going to be completely walled off. If you take a look at the China base, he's got this nice little cliff area that, honestly, get some vills in here and harvest wood in the game pretty safely later on. Well, this cliff around the golds up here. Looking at Helios's base. Get the more standard, just a straight cliff, the resources behind it in a straight line. Everything is like parallel cliff resources. Over here, one of the relics. The relics are spread out actually for Helios. You got one on the easternmost point, one on the northernmost point, and then one a little south of that, a little forward. If you take a look at Zuf's side, all those relics are basically in one cluster. We'll see if he notices that and picks them up quickly, tries to go to castle, maybe makes a relic play early, knowing that they're all really clumped together. Won't have to send his monk very far. Let's take a look at the scouting information right now. China's scouted out the river, sees where the crossings are. Got 1 sheep behind him. Got maybe 1 sheep back at base. He's gonna 2. 1's killed, 1's still standing. Gonna need to bring that scout back pretty soon, just to ensure that there's constant food consumption. Taking a look over at Helios's scouting. Actually opted to open 2 scouts on this map. Interesting choice. I don't believe Mongolian Heights has more sheep than usual. I don't think it's like prairie or Frisian marshes. We're just playing with a normal amount of sheep here. Taking a look, so we've got 8 and 4 for the HRE, just added 1 over to wood. Should be able to age up pretty soon. See, China aging up at the Imperial Academy, scouted out by Helios. Imperial Academy is going to touch that mill, that mining camp, lumber camp that's going to go here, mining camp right here, so that academy is going to touch a lot of buildings. Good spot for that. And we do see the Aachen now coming up for Helios. Now, a couple weeks ago, I was casting a game for Helios, and he built what I was considering the awkward chapel, because it wasn't near a lot of resources. But I think what Helios likes to do is build his Aachen in kind of an open area and focus on making a farm transition earlier than normal to really benefit from the increased gather rate from the farms in close proximity to the Aachen. Helios' scout under fire here, able to pull him away. Taking a look again at the scouting, Helios can see his entire side of the map. About to see all of Zuf's side of the map. Soon, he's got like 90% of the map scouted. Whoop. Wrong button there. Didn't mean to turn that around. We see Zuf parking a scout right outside of the Aachen. Gonna see what's going on. While we wait for the Imperial Academy to go up, we do see a Barbican drop right in the center. Gonna prevent any early aggression coming through these middle 2 openings. And I don't believe Helios sees it. Oh, he does see it. Okay. So he knows that the Song Dynasty is on. Yeah, purple has an insane gen on this map. And shame on you for betting against Helios. But yeah, look at this safe area where you can get Vils up here, and you can just wall off a little. All of the relics in one spot. We'll see how we can take advantage. And we do see villager numbers. Even before Song Dynasty, we're looking at 22 to 19. Now, Helios did go double scout, so that is going to prevent parity in villager numbers. But that gap is going to continue to grow as Song Dynasty is now in effect here. So we do have a focus on stone. Song 2TC is the play for China today. And over here with Helios, also looking to go 2TC. Getting the buffed stone from the Aachen. Now, I wonder, has he made another prelate? That could account for the difference in Vils here. Yeah, he does. So he's got two prelates. Two prelates, two scouts. So I was thinking he might have missed a villager earlier, but that's fine. Adding another prelate, getting all those Vils inspired, really cutting down on the negative aspects of being 5 villagers down. Keeping most of them inspired here. Potentially looking for some sort of 2TC and fast castle play. See 10 inspired Vils underneath the TC gathering food. Helios needs to figure out something to do with that food. Well, looking at China here, those Vils are just about ready to drop a second TC. And they will next to the berry patch. Gonna defend this entire portion. We'll see if China opts to wall off these flank openings to force Helios down the middle, at least to start out with. We do see a dock for China as well. So China going absolute greed here. 2 TC Song and a dock. Got fishing ships coming out of there. Yeah, 100% greed build here. But Zoof is going to be playing in Feudal for a while. Helios getting his second TC up, and he's not far behind from hitting Castle. Meanwhile, Zoof is still investing all of his resources into expanding his economy here. No production buildings out for either player yet. We're 8 minutes in. We're not playing for military. We're gonna make beautiful cities here. Beautiful, beautiful cities. Helios could probably afford to move a few off of food right now. Send them to gold. Finish up and get up to Castle Age. And Barbican defending the deer. Vils are coming over to harvest those. And Zoof in Song Dynasty now has 40 economic units. 41 compared to 26 for Helios. The dock 2TC is insane. Just Helios needs that drop. Okay. No! I thought it would be enough for Castle Age, but he's still just a few gold short. Okay, force drop again, man. You're right there. There it is. Castle Age will be in for Helios. Let's see what landmark he's thinking of. He's got to drop it soon. Burgrave. It's burger time. So, men-at-arms spam to open up Castle. Zoof's not there yet, although he is moving a bunch of Vils over, I think, to grab golds and potentially get himself up to Castle soon as well. Yeah. Still waiting on a production building for either player. Zoof looking to get palisade walls up on each of the openings. And a dock, another dock on the other side. Yeah, 9-minute 2TC burger. No pressure on either side. both content to build their eco, but the China eco boom is insane. 2 TC Song and a dock. We'll see if this greed is punished. Burgrave is almost up, although Zuf isn't that far away from Castle himself. Let's see. Looking for a clock tower drop sometime soon. And there it is. Right near the TCs. So that is going to be the first production building for Zuf. Let's see if he gets a couple archery ranges up, anticipating men-at-arms. Helios has pretty good vision on the entire China base. Here, those 2 scouts can see basically everything. Meanwhile, yeah, Zuf also has good vision, knows the Burgrave is coming. And there's a little glitch, yeah. Spitting out Castle Age men-at-arms now. They are trickling over. They're going all the way around. And they can catch these fishing ships out. They might actually be able to push over. Nope. They're actually going to just knock on the door. You know, I'd send him around. That Barbican is right there. Just waiting, and Helios knows that the Barbican is there. Yeah, and now we see the crossbows streaming out. You get the supervised archery range. Yeah, that's the only production building Zuf is going for. And Helios, has he added anything besides Burgrave? Do we see a stable? I don't see a stable. No way, he runs away at the last minute. That wall would have gone down had he just taken another second to throw the torches. Helios has to realize that he can send his men-at-arms over to the side. This is actually what killed Rade earlier, trying to focus down a palisade wall that he can't break through, although he's able to now. And Helios is through. The men-at-arms are going to get some hits on the crossbows. Just not something that you want to happen. Crossbows trying to stutter step, but they're going down. Helios focusing now on the stock. Zuf trying to heal up one of his fishing ships. Do we see a stable out? I'd love to see a stable anywhere from Helios. He's got the wood. He could throw a stable down right now, get some horsemen. Really make a play out of this. Or a mangonel, something. He's going to keep sacrificing, though, these men-at-arms. Now he's continuing to try to torch down that dock. There's an archer junk that just came out. That is going to focus on the men-at-arms. And I think Helios needs to just gather these together. Come up with a plan on what you want to do. You're not going to take the dock down. Remass. Time to... There it is. There's the stable. Double stables coming out. Meanwhile, we do see a barracks. We got Palace Guard team coming. Do we see any sort of nest of bees play? Not yet. I mean, they are facing mostly men-at-arms. Not great against those. Men-at-arms way out of position here. So, Helios actually able to kill 16 villagers. But Zuf is running 2 TC Song. He still has an 11 vil lead, even after losing 16 vils. And this wall is finally going to go up. Zuf is completed his Mongolian Heights wall. Is going to mass. Harvest his resources. Well protected back here. Yeah, Helios with 9 on food needs to add more to food. Doing the farm transition. The old awkward chapel. He's going to start pulling some of those vills to start working on the farms immediately after they're built. Okay. Looks like they are. Looks like they are. Bringing the relics back. So Helios is going to have his 3 relics before Ziyuf does. I don't see any monasteries / pagoda for China. Yeah, this is a brutal map for China. Now we can see an engagement, and I am liking those odds for Helios. But Ziyuf is going to move the crossbows back. Helios is just going to focus on that gate. And likely will take it down in time before those crossbows can get over and do a lot of damage to the men-at-arms. Just one or two more throws here. That's down. Horsemen are free to engage. They're in there getting their picks. Fight underneath the Barbican. Gonna be an issue, but the crossbows need to decide whether or not do you want to focus the horsemen, do you want to focus the men-at-arms. We're gonna see an IO go down. But that entire army of Helios is basically being wiped out. Nesta B is now coming in. Doesn't do that much damage to the men-at-arms, and honestly, I would have ignored the nest and continued to try to take out the crossbows. Though we do see some reinforcements coming up to the river. Military counts 23 to 16. Going crossbows, spears. Gonna see if these vills can get the walls back up. And there is a gap. Ziyuf's gonna lose a few more vills here. His 20th vill is about to go down. And is still up by nearly 30 villagers. That boom in China. That boom in China. And Ziyuf can just make Nesta Bs for days. Look at those resources. Yeah, this engagement's going to be so rough for Helios. Helios needs a mangonel or something. It's time to get siege. Do we see... No, I don't see a siege workshop yet. But Ziyuf, content to wall off and continue this game of SimCity. Interesting thing for Ziyuf, not going for any of the economic techs. Just focusing on his insane villager advantage. So adding more barracks, adding more archery ranges. We got 4 ranges, 4 barracks. I think we're just going to look at mostly a spear and crossbow combo. So 1 or 2 mangonels for Helios to really turn this around. There's a siege workshop. But we do have 11 forward villagers for the Chinese. Going to keep drop. Here it is. Here's the attempt to close the game out. Helios can see it. Ziyuf pulls the vills. Let's see. Those horsemen get in back onto the Nesta B is not enough to take it out. And those men-at-arms are going to eventually get shredded. Those vills survive. Nesta B's goes down, though. You know, it's hard to tell at this point when the vills run around, but I think Helios is just out of units here. The horsemen are going to come around, but that keep is going to go up. Yeah, and now we're looking at 46 to 7 in the military count. And unfortunately, you never want to call GG like this in a tournament game, but with the difference in vill count and military count, it's looking really tough for Helios at this point, especially with a keep right in his face. Here comes a ram, and this keep is going to protect some siege workshops. And China is going to do China things. Helios trying to get some sort of defense up in time. Just does not have the military to counter this. Doesn't have the economy to build back up a military at the rate that Zuf is. See, he does have a Mangonel out. That Mangonel needs to get some lucky shots. See a Treb coming out as well to try to get down that keep. If another stable going horsemen, but those are feudal age horsemen. Treb's on the field, but damn, Siege takes a lot of damage with hand cannons. Nesta B's moving up, acting like a Springle. No, actually attacking the Siege workshop. And Nesta B is hitting a pretty decent shot. Men-at-Arms, it means it's not going to do that much. I don't know if that ram was bait, but it has brought Helios' army forward. Springle down. That Mangonel needs to get some shots off, but it's going to be taken out by the Springle. The Treb goes down. And Helios' military is going to be taken out here as well. 55-7 on the military count. 40 vills down. Song Dynasty. Oh. And Zuf just played this map correctly. Wall up, boom up. You're going against HRE, so by the time they get Men-at-Arms in your face, you've got enough crossbows. You know they're going to switch to horsemen, anticipate it, go spears. And Helios just couldn't do anything against it. He tries to build knights, but the knights aren't going to, against crossbows and spears, that's not the play. Town center going to try to pick off crossbows, but it's not going to matter. Spearmen coming forward to just torch houses. We see palace guards now running into the Aachen, into Helios' eco. 40 vil difference, 40 military difference. Palace guards forcing a lot of idle time while the battle up front. That big blob just creeps ever forward. Harassment, the eco is basically cleared up at this point, but I don't think it matters as trebuchets are now on the field. Gonna start trebbing down the TC. Get rid of the houses. Get rid of the blacksmith of all things. China is going to just continue to press forward. Helios gathering troops together for one final stand. Has the siege workshops. I don't know. There's Springles on the field for you. You can't just open Mango. Once again, Zuf trying to get a raid on Helios' eco. He's gonna be forced back, but Helios cannot run his army that close. It's just gonna get shredded. The Men-at-Arms can go through the spears, but the crossbows behind are just gonna destroy it. And the TC is gonna go down any second. The Men-at-Arms won't have supporting fire. I mean, they run up, but now they're in range to keep. Took out a decent amount of crossbows, but that's it. GG. So Zuf will be moving on to the finals in the mid-bracket.